Hi everybody, with this video I'm talking about the Bayou Bridge Pipeline in Louisiana. This is an Energy Transfer Partners project. It's the other end of the Dakota Access Pipeline that crude oil coming from North Dakota is actually going to wind up flowing through Nederland, Texas, and then going through Lake Charles, Louisiana, and then St. Charles, Louisiana. And so there's protests building against this pipeline. This is an article at Truthout. Pastor leads lawsuit opposing Bayou Bridge Pipeline to protect Louisiana Cancer Alley community. So this is Pastor Harry Joseph of the Mount Triumph Baptist Church in St. James, Louisiana. He's taking legal action to prevent the Bayou Bridge Pipeline from being built in his community. That's roughly 50 miles west of New Orleans. He's named as a plaintiff, in this case filed by Tulane Environmental Law Clinic. And he's petitioning the parish court to overturn the coastal permit that the Louisiana Department of Natural Resources, the DNR, gave Energy Transfer Partners. And this is the company that built the Dakota Access Pipeline, of course. And so the oil will be fracked in North Dakota and then carried to Louisiana. And it'll span 162.5 miles going from Lake Charles to St. James. And it cuts through the Atchafalaya Basin, which is a natural heritage area and the country's largest wetland. And so it'll go through Nederland, Texas, to a terminal of St. James Parish's 5th District. This is primarily a low-income African-American community of fewer than 2,000, and that's in a stretch of land along the Mississippi River known as Cancer Alley. And so there's also an issue that a power line came down from a tornado in that area, blocking the only road residents can get in and out. And so it's a reminder that these people are trapped by these industrial fossil fuel projects. The only alternative road out is closed to the public by an oil storage company. So if anything happens to the main road, those people are trapped. There's no access allowed. Again, this seems like a private entity has actually taken upon itself to close off a public road. That's what privatization of infrastructure is. It's disaster for the lives of you and me. Privatization of public goods, including roads, emergency roads out of tornado areas, results in death for those who can't get out. And so that's more than one risk. And that there's also methanol plants that are underway. Seems like, according to this article, that there are 2 methanol plants that will also be constructed in that area as well. And so Pastor Harry Joseph says that people are sick of being sick and tired, that, they've been told that there's going to be jobs and there's going to be money and things like that. But, greed doesn't measure up when it's your public health, your personal health is at risk by the so-called jobs and the so-called money. And so it seems like the community is being viewed as collateral damage by those who are in power to make the decisions like these. And this is why there's petitioning of the court to put roadblocks in front of these projects to speak out and get the issues heard. And so some of the community actually wants to be bought out, their property bought out so they can relocate to safer areas. And then some want the pipelines to actually be stopped. And so there's a lot going on with this case. I'm going to post a link to it in the description. And you can come to this article and see what the issues are, the background, including about the Dakota Access Pipeline, Pastor Harry Joseph, in this case with the Tulane Environmental Law Clinic. And I say good luck.